Hey everybody, Rick starting over here. So in van life, there's a lot of challenges, and one of the biggest challenges, if not the biggest challenge, is how to go to the bathroom in either your car or your van. How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you keep it clean? How do you dispose of the waste? Those are all questions and problems that you're going to run into. Because unless you want to go to public restroom facilities, you're going to have to get a method for going to the bathroom in your vehicle. It's really that simple. And it doesn't have to be a terrible experience. It can actually be a pretty good experience, because it keeps you out of public restrooms, which, range from okay to just plain disgusting. I mean, just telling it like it is here. All right, so how do I do it? So we've got number one, which is peeing, and number two, which is taking a dump, basically, right? Okay, so number one is fairly straightforward. Okay, you get yourself some kind of bottle, right, that holds a pretty good amount with a wide enough opening so that you can pee in it. Okay, and I'm generally speaking, on behalf of men here. Okay, women have a little harder time with this, but it can be done. It can be done. But basically, I'm speaking for myself here as a man. Okay, so all right, so you pee in the bottle, and it's pretty straightforward. You open the bottle, you pee in it, you put the cover on it, and then you dispose of it properly. Okay. All right. The difficult situation is taking number two, taking a dump. Because number one, it smells, right? Number two, you're in limited space, right? There's limited space in your car and to a lesser degree in your car, and you have a little more space in a van, but it's still limited space. All right. So, you can't move around like you'd be in a bathroom in a house, right? Okay, so here's what I do. First of all, get yourself a bucket, okay? Home Depot bucket, that standard size bucket, all right? Next thing you're going to do is you're going to get some pipe insulation, okay? You can use one of those pool noodle things, they've got the slit in them, and if it doesn't, you just cut a slit down the middle of it, and you fit it around the bucket, okay, so that when you sit down, it's kind of comfortable. It's like that foam, so it'll be a foam seat, practically speaking, okay? Over that, you're going to put a bag that goes down in the bucket. It's going to go over that foam, right? And what I do is I use pine chips, okay? You can get them in any pet store. They're pretty cheap. You can get them at Walmart, pine chips. And what they do is, they absorb odor, but more importantly, they absorb the liquid, okay? Because most of the time when you do number two, there's a little number one in there too, right? So you want to absorb that liquid. It makes it easier to dispose of the bag. Okay. All right, so you sit on this bucket with the foam. It's pretty comfortable. You get used to it, right? You do your business. You tie up the bag, right? You put that bag in another bag, and you dispose of it properly. Okay, and then of course there's odor. There'll be odor in your car and odor in your van. So you just open the windows, you air it out. Okay, so that's basically what I do, and it has worked out well for me. And once you get used to it, it's actually pretty good compared to going to a public restroom. Okay, you get used to it. The procedure gets more efficient and more efficient. And after a while, it's actually probably, maybe, you would prefer doing that than going to a public restroom facility. This is Rick starting over. I hope I'm giving you some good information out there. Till next time.